Media, and you are tuned into the Ashraf Garda.
Right, let's connect with Ashraf Gangrekar from the African Muslims Agency, and he's always got this task of getting us fired up. Ashraf, appreciate your time. Salaam alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Ashraf. Great to speak to you as always. Not fired up today, Ashraf. Today I'm feeling, melancholic and that type of thing. End of
Okay.
Ramadan, all that stuff, as it were. I've organized the Unda, it's okay. I'll see you later on, thanks. So today, Ashraf, Ramadan reflections, etc., etc. And so I'm just getting into a vehicle. I'm sorry. There we go. Out of the rain. Beautiful rainy day in Cape Town today, Ashraf. So today I
Okay.
want to speak about what did what do we take from Ramadan? For all of us, different things, different people, different experiences, Ashraf. But I think for all of us, Ramadan has shown us that we are capable of more. Ramadan must be a situation where all of us realize exactly that what we are doing in our everyday life, I'm not saying is meaningless, I'm not saying is mundane, but we are capable of more. But I want to focus here not just on the more in terms of more prayer, more salah, but more in terms of being human, in terms of our interaction with others. So we were conscious of Allah, and that's the purpose of Ramadan, yes? But I'm saying in terms of being merciful to fellow man, not being quick to anger, perhaps being quick to be apologetic. And I think if we carry those things forward with us, and this, I don't mean to fire you up in the wrong way, but to be controversial a little bit, sometimes we focus on the external. In terms of, I'm not saying the rituals of prayer, but you know what I'm trying to get to in terms of
Mm, mm, mm.
the reading that, I'm going to keep my Islam to the Musalla, to the reading of Quran, and we forget about this notion of being a good human being, being concerned. I mean, your advert with regards to AMA and the orphans, that continues after Ramadan. So my question that I'm asking myself and to everyone, and I'm asking you guys to ask yourself, Ashraf, is to say, what am I taking from Ramadan? What are the lessons I've learned? So no matter how many khatams I finished, how many times I went for Taraweeh and all of that stuff, as important as obviously as they are. But post Ramadan, have I learned exactly what I'm capable of? And that quite honestly, there's no limit to human kindness, human compassion, human empathy, because conversely, there is also no limit to human suffering and despair.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think you're right about the internal, which often, and I think the internal, and then how the internal then starts impacting on the external, and then impacts on the community and the people that you interact with,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Bottom line,
Yeah.
Ashraf, we need to be part of a bigger whole. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, you're leading a movement, as it were. We can't be existing on an island and say, well, great, I'm doing okay, my spirituality is intact, and then we think, well, that's just the end of it. As Muslims, the nature, for me, the very nature means we must be able to improve the lives of others. And we can only do that if we are conscious, as this month must teach us to be conscious of the suffering of brothers and sisters around the world, but certainly let's start with our own families, our own communities, etc. That's me.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. We'll hopefully talk for the last time this Ramadan tomorrow, in which could well be the last day
So,
of Ramadan, or last days of two. So
sure.
Thursday, Friday, the world is indeed well, today Thursday, tomorrow Friday. We'll see what happens. Appreciate your time as always,
Great
Ashraf.
stuff, Ashraf.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks
talk
as
tomorrow.
always for speaking to me.
Thank
Take
you so
care.
much.
Right,
Here we are.
salam.
Well, there we are. I mean, so the last day of fasting could be tomorrow, if we sight the moon tomorrow night after iftar or the Maghrib Salah. If not, then it will move on. So then it'll be the Saturday. If not, then it'll be on the Sunday. But it seems likely, and I don't have the figures with me from what I've heard, that this time around that there's a really, 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 really good chance that Eid will be on Saturday. I think from the Middle East, for example, they would be looking to sight the moon tonight. And again, early reflections I've heard from them is that it's unlikely to be found tonight, which actually means then it will be on Saturday as well. But we shall see. We shall see what happens in the Middle East tonight and what happens in South Africa tomorrow night. Let's talk finance and to get to the markets as well right after this.